fight for my land of home. I will hunt you until my dying breath. Get back here! We have to reach them and put a stop to this madness.
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
I'm on it. Let's see how it goes.
I haven't the slightest notion of what is going on, but I'll happily take it. Destroy them all!
We must eliminate them. We should slither in the dark if we hope to clear a path to the mercenaries.
I will capture this stronghold.
See how those beasts crawl to the slaughter. Let me put you out of your misery.
So, what should I be doing again?
Sure, beasts. I got this. Not done yet. Playing with you ingrates. Not yet. Stay out of this. It does not concern you. This is like talking to a different person. I don't think we'll be able to reason our way out of this one.
Hang on, kid. I'm coming.
I must move us away from all of these foolish distractions. I will end you. What? They must look. They warped away.
Rather than waste our time running in circles, we should direct some units to move in, while others lie in wait elsewhere.
Why do you insist on interfering?
Putting up more of a fight than I expected. Deploy the reserves.
Let's see how it goes.
There's not a question of can. Only a... Leave this to me!
Starting the mission. Is that an order?
These fresh soldiers must be dealt with.
Well, this is just delightful.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try.
Right then. Let us go to work.
Begin.
That mercenary is... No, it cannot be!
Commencing attack. Follow me.
You've already lost. I will end you.
So, sure, let's try it.
Begin. The sky.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Come on, snap out.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
Out of it.
Oh, if I must. Leave this...
Thanks for the assist. I will not permit this chance to slip away.
God is relentless. What must I do to shake the man? The others should have been here by now. Something must be holding Edelgard up.
Your Majesty, we've sighted Claude pursuing Dimitri here in the mountains.
The two of them are nearby. We need to get those who slither in the dark out of the way so we can send our troops.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
I'm on it. Let's see how it goes.
I could take a lesson from the persistence. I will crush all obstacles obstacles in my way.
That's how it's done.
Starting the mission.
I dislike ending things on a low note. As such, prepare to die!
I'm on it. I'll lend it. Move at my own pace.
Watch this! Lose to beasts. Come with me.
Together, everyone!
I know what to do. Get out of my way. I am undone.
Find and remove this recreant. There will be time for an interrogation later.
You came for me, Gerald. Thank you.
You sound surprised, kid. I'm almost offended.
If I must wring the life from you by my own hand, then so be it.
You won't escape judgment this time, so...
Try me, you witless beasts.
Your Majesty, the mercenary captain broke loose and escaped.
Well, that didn't take long.
You traitor! We made you into the monster you are today. Do not forget that. I need to get this flesh underground. So it's true. You really are from Shambhala.
Forgive me for this soul, but without your sacrifice, this world can never be made clean. Oh, great Saharas, veil of night fluttering in the abyss. By the laws of creation, throw wide your infernal gates and swallow my foes.
Ever thought of maybe calling it a day?
You're a fine one to ask me that. Not a moment goes by without you on my tail.
Hey, you stop running, I'll stop chasing you around. Worth a try.
It's a surprise to see you here, Dimitri.
I wouldn't be, if Claude would simply deign to leave me alone.
As if. You're the one who put yourself in this.
This is... No! I must out...
It has been a long, long battle. My race wavers at the brink of extinction. And so it falls upon me to reclaim this world, that what was stolen from my people might be theirs once more. Which is why I was born. Yes, I created you. The cycle of the world, the rehousing of souls. How desperately I sought this secret art. But it demanded precision. One defect, one essence wrongly transplanted, would lead to consequences most irreparable. I knew I must oversee the process myself in order to save my beloved people. When my consciousness first initialized, I was nothing. I remember the sound of water, of bubbles, the sound of a massive object slowly lurching along. I thought the noise would continue for eternity. But then, a change. Something gave way. The water began rushing rapidly. Pale shadows closed in around me. Amidst deafening sounds, I walked desperately in search of light. That was an unforeseen accident. I was sure all had been lost to the waters. It was fortunate I had created you, for you proved useful in a way I never expected. I am to become you. That's why I'm here. That's why I've been compelled to remove any obstacle in your way. Only by destroying the abomination inside the Ashen Demon can we bring salvation to the world. So you understand. Then return that body you two share to me. It pains me to do this to you, but alas, all was written from the beginning.
Scarlet blaze. Into the chasm.
Where am I?
Let's hold off on the weapons for now, okay? Probably best you don't move at all, actually.
Wait, Claude? Hold on. What are you all doing here?
I have the same question. It appears we've been swallowed up by some kind of strange magic.
That was your doing, wasn't it?
When we came to, we were sprawled on the ground here. Charming place, if you ask me.
Have you truly forgotten everything? You transformed and began attacking your allies. Thankfully, we managed to knock you out and capture you. But soon you awoke and fled. Those who saw you said you were like a different person.
I guess that kinda rings a bell. The last thing I remember is Arval telling me to slay the Ashen Demon. At least, I think it was Arval.
Arval?
The voice in my head. We've known each other for a few years now. Sounds pretty out there, right? This is why I never mentioned it.
And you claim this Arval suddenly decided to turn on you.
I know how it sounds, but yeah. There are two things I can say for sure. The first is that Arval's magic is what dragged us all in here. And the second is that there's no one in my head anymore.
How can you be certain?
Because I don't feel them. At least, not in my mind. Arval's somewhere else now. Somewhere distant.
Well, that's vague. How are we supposed to make heads or tails of any of this?
At any rate, you appear more like yourself again, which we can take as a positive sign. And I truly do want to believe you.
At the very least, I hope you know a way out of this fathomless prison.
About that, I know I said distant, but Arval's definitely here with us somewhere. If we can find them and figure out what magic they used on us, we might just be able to escape.
That sounds wildly optimistic.
It sure does. But considering we don't know a thing about this place, we might as well give it a shot.
In that case, let's begin looking around and see if we can't find any clues to where we are.
Do you have a moment?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Huh? Hey, a new power. All right. Hey, a new power. All right, this'll help me break new boundaries.
Who knew this power slept? Who knew this power? Who knew this power slept within? What a fascinating power.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Well, I'm stumped.
Enough with the searching glances, Dimitri. Say what you're going to say.
I was just thinking that I find it difficult to speak with you. Even now that we have the opportunity to exchange words peaceably, too many have died for us to suddenly have meaningful heart-to-heart conversation.
Oh? That's not how I feel. Unless you mean you don't wish to speak with the tyrant you consider responsible for their deaths. In which case, let's just believe what we believe, accept that our paths have diverged, and see this through to the very end.
You're placing words in my mouth. Still, I suppose that does cut to the heart of the matter. I will not claim that all my choices were right, but I accept responsibility for them. I made them carefully and with full knowledge of the consequences.
And I'd like to think I can say the same. But this is unproductive. We need to get out of here.
Fair enough. But first, answer me this. Do you know what became of your mother and Selma?
Why would I?
Someone told me that you would know how she met her end. Although I suspect that was nothing more than the dying ravings of a madwoman.
It was. I haven't seen my mother since I was a child. It would have been right before she was exiled. You would know what happened better than I.
I suppose so. Regardless, thank you for answering. Now, shall we get back to finding our way out?
Please, we can't resolve anything so long as we're trapped in this... Ah!
That was quite the tremor.
Whatever this place is, I find myself liking it less by the moment.
Can you stand?
Yes, thank...
Perhaps we can put our differences aside, if only for the moment. The hostilities will do us no good here.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I can agree to that. You know, I just remembered something from back when I was but a child. I had fallen to the ground and was met with a kind hand reaching out to help me up. I took it without thinking, without even looking first to see who it was. I suppose that shows you how much I've grown. Dimitri, what is it?
I have a similar memory. One of helping a little girl who had fallen in the dirt.
Knowing you, such occurrences would have been commonplace in your youth. Don't try to imply we share a memory.
No, I rarely forget an important face. Often to my own woe, I might add.
Enough. Let us end this before we both make greater fools of ourselves. We need to escape. That's our only priority.
Edelgard,
What are you doing? You should know I won't hesitate to leave you behind.
Indeed. I'm coming, Elle. I wonder...
I have to say, this isn't how I imagined Fodlan's three most powerful leaders would be coming together.
Indeed. I hesitate to even consider the look on Hubert's face right now.
I don't think anyone's too worried about me, though. Vanishing without a word is kind of what I do. So much for being a reliable leader.
Or perhaps it's the opposite, and your people think you reliable precisely because you always return. It must be nice having friends you can depend on to handle important matters in your absence.
And it must feel lousy to realize no one wants to do your job, Edelgard.
I'm glad to see your tongue remains as agile as ever. Let's try moving our feet instead, shall we?
Hey, I can do both if you want. It's definitely not an either-or kind of situation. So, Edelgard, say the four of us get out of here in one piece. What are you planning to do about Dimitri? Maybe we should join forces and take him on together.
You're such a bore sometimes, Claude. And is that a serious proposal?
Well, I suppose it would be easier for me if the kingdom stuck around. After all, I get the feeling that if we divide Fodlan between the Empire and the Alliance, I'll be the one holding the short end of that stick. Our goal is to deal with Rhea and the Central Church, not to unify Fodlan.
You never have been one to mince words, have you? Well then, allow me to match your honesty. It would be more convenient for me if the kingdom ceased to exist. The Central Church has a much closer relationship with Fargus than with the other regions. Even were we to capture the Archbishop and force her to dismantle the upper echelons of the Church, it wouldn't be enough. The roots of that organization run deep.
Hold on. You're just looking to capture Rhea? You're not gonna, get rid of her?
Is it not enough to subdue a foe and remove them from power?
I'm just surprised. I would have expected you to be more thorough.
And here I thought you wanted to pursue a peaceful solution.
Hey, give me some credit. If I didn't like to rock the boat, Lester would have been swallowed up by the Empire ages ago. I have ambitions, Edelgard. Real ones. I won't go into details, but I'm definitely fighting to make them a reality.
All that, and you're not planning to enlighten me? Unreliable and stingy. I, for one, have no qualms with telling you my ambitions. I seek to destroy the irrational power structure that shackles Fodlan.
Just Fodlan, huh?
Come again?
Hey, don't get me wrong. That's a goal I can get behind. That's why we're working together. But I'd be grateful if my own ambitions can be fulfilled at the end of your path of conquest.
I'd like to believe that is possible. At least for now, we can work together to achieve a common goal. And perhaps someday, our pact will become a more permanent one. I hope so, at any rate.
Same here. But before that, we need to find a way out of this place. Yeesh. You can't tell forward from back in here. Let's try over that way, maybe?
Good idea. It seems different from the rest of the void. Look out!
So it failed. Has my skill degraded that sharply over the years?
Arval.
I have been searching for you. And look what you brought me. The three who fancy themselves sovereigns, ruling over that abomination's wretched spawn. What unexpected luck. I do hope you are all prepared to face death this day.
So this is Arval, is it? Undo this sorcery and return us from whence we came, demon.
Oh, I do not think that will be happening. But even if I desired to accede to your wishes, the great forbidden spell of Zaharas is a one-way journey. None can escape this eternal darkness.
I vote we kill this thing and see what happens. Who's with me?
Something tells me they wouldn't lay this trap, only to suffer the same fate as us. If this being can free themselves from this void, it stands to reason that so too can we.
Then try cutting me down if you like. Sadly, what you see before you is but an illusion. I have a task to fulfill, and once it is accomplished, I shall leave this place alone.
Arval, wait! What task are you talking about? Why did you use me? What are you trying to do here?
Ah, but you are mistaken. I am not Arval. My name is Epimenides, an ordinary man who vowed to kill the beast which set the earth ablaze. Do you not comprehend my purpose? I must save this world and its true people. That is why I chose to pass my consciousness down through the ages. And you are the vessel for that consciousness.
What does that mean?
what's going on, but I do know whoever that is needs to be stopped.
And how far are you willing to go? Will you cut down your own friends to reach me?
Hubert? No. It must be a dummy.
So, it's completely indistinguishable from the real thing. This is vile sorcery indeed.
The Emperor is before you. Deal the killing blow.
You can't fool me. If it were really you, you'd understand.
Majesty,
Why are you consulting with the enemy?
is this right where you want it?
Why are you... No. This is a deception. The man I know would never raise a weapon.
God, no! Don't do this! I can't believe you would hurt me.
This is harder than I thought. I mean, how do we know for sure they're not real?
You would drench your hands in the blood of friends to get what you want. I should have expected no less from the children of beasts.
Their screams are so real.
It's dark. But steel yourselves. Don't know who will be up next.
Are we being warped away? No. Space itself is distorting around us.
Our surroundings have changed.
This place is so twisted, you can't even tell where you are.
Aren't you sad for your comrades, murderers? There it is. There is your rage.
Uh-oh. I can spot one fake, but how do I tell which Edelgard and Dimitri are on my side?
Perhaps each of us should take on their own double to prevent confusion. You've already lost. I will end you.
That's not a bad idea.
A breather. I can't say it's pleasant watching my own death.
This darkness is a mirror for the soul. And once a soul is imprisoned here, it is eternally severed from the real world.
Why are you helping the Emperor, wretch? You mourn your friends. Avenge them! It's a blessing I get to face you. There is truly no one I more desire to end.
Stop playing the kind soul. Everything we've ever wanted is before us, right for the taking. If you're really me, then you already know why I'm doing this. I don't like leaving my fate up to luck.
Illusion or no, I must thank our adversary for letting me experience that.
Not bad.
I've awaited
I feel like I just slew my twin brother. That's the last of the illusions.
So it would seem.
At least now we're certain they're not real. We can cut them down without mercy.
Follow me, everyone. I
I'm proud to fight beside you, Edelgard.
Again? Please tell me we're gonna find that guy this time.
Right. Let's get searching.
But you four are a marvel. To think you are already adapting to this place. Now have the grace to lay down your lives and let the world you've torn apart heal. Destroying me will achieve nothing, for you will all still be trapped in this place. Unfortunate, but you are forcing my hand.
So even our mercenary friend gets affected. This is going to take all of us. Time to put our different...
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
We will proceed as planned. This is a sign.
My true power!
My attacks aren't getting through. What's going on?
None can stand before us.
Not a problem.
What about our phantom mercenary friend? We know we can harm the illusions, right?
Ah, there you are. My partner in destiny.
You're not Arval. And even if you were, I'd fight you all the same. Why does it have to be you? I don't want to fight you!
I shall take the lead.
Finished.
It seems I am forced to do this myself. So be it. Come at me if you dare.
Our adversary has finally run out of tricks. Time to finish this.
Not yet. Nothing I do is enough. How much more must I sacrifice?
Stand aside!
I must make haste. No, this isn't over. Be gone with you! The cycle of this world must be protected! You fool! Why must you resist me so?
You know my reason. The tomorrow we're fighting for. You are to me!
It's incredible. Just how strong you've become.
Arval.
You have grown more than I ever thought possible. And yet... I've never felt more alone.
Looks like we made it out in one piece.
Are you sure about that? I still have no idea what's going on.
Arval, or Epimenides, I suppose, has vanished, and we've been returned to where we started. Perhaps we should just consider this a victory. An ironic one, as we achieved it by working together.
Fair enough. So, what happens now?
It would be foolish of me to permit either of you to leave this place alive. Yet without you, I'd still be in that prison. I'm not the type to dispose of someone the moment they stop being useful.
That's not my style either. Momentary truce, then?
Agreed. Let's consider all debts paid.
But just to be clear, I crushed you once, and I can do so again.
Sorry about that, Edelgard. I put you in a pretty bad spot back there.
In truth, I can't say I much expected any of this.
Still, it got us talking again, and that's gotta be worth something.
Well, I should be off. I hope we can do this again sometime. The speaking part, anyway.
Think I'll be on my way, too. My people are probably pulling their hair out by now.
Until we meet again. Come, we're leaving. If my suspicions are correct, Garreg Mach is in grave danger. We need to hurry.
Scarlet Blaze. A path forward. The Empire somehow manages to prevail over the Kingdom and Central Church's coalition, but Archbishop Rhea is nowhere to be found. Edelgard and the others soon realize the Archbishop aims to use Aelel's secret trails to lead a surprise attack on Garreg Mach, so the Empire regroups and moves to intervene.
Dire news, my lord!
Huh? What now? What's happened? Another fire? Has a horse escaped? Don't tell me it's an assassin! Where's the body?
No, my lord. Worse, there's a legion of soldiers closing in on Garreg Mach. We think it's the Knights of Seiros.
But we're safe in here, yes? My life is of great military importance, you know. Protect me! Put those troops Her Majesty sent to use!
Count Varley, the enemy is inside the monastery. We couldn't hold them back.
But these walls are thick! How did they breach them?
The walls yet stand, my lord. But it appears they have made use of a number of unknown secret passages. Now they are inside and wreaking havoc, and it's only a matter of time before the monastery falls. We have the numbers to stop them, but that matters little if we don't know where they actually are.
We must flee, my lord. All hope is lost.
Urgent news, my lord.
Spare my life, I beg you!
An unknown army has appeared and started attacking the Knights of Seiros.
Her Majesty's reinforcements!
Doubtful, my lord. This army wields large-scale magic and is also attacking the Imperial forces. The battlefield is sheer chaos. It's impossible to tell friend from foe.
What in the blazes is happening?
Church or Empire, I care not. Eradicate them all. Engulf them in our darkness.
It will be done. At last we can finally give the foolish descendants of those beasts the lesson they deserve. We will expose their filthy underground resting place and steal every last one of their essences.
If we can breach it. The hole in the forest that the bandits raided was secured with a seal.
Shall we deal with it after we take the monastery? We tear this disgusting rat's nest apart.
Lady Rhea, who are these people? They're attacking both sides indiscriminately.
A clandestine organization that wields dark magic. Could it be? Have they returned to seek vengeance on Fodlan? But why show their hand now? Deal with them, Catherine. Not a single one of them can survive. They pose a far greater threat to our world than the Empire.
Yes, Lady Rhea. Make way for Thunder Catherine! Clear a path or die!
And that appears to be the current situation.
The Knights of Seiros are one thing. We came prepared to deal with them, and we can do so. But now you say those who slither in the dark have turned this into a three-way battle? Why?
I am as baffled as you regarding a possible motive.
Perhaps it was vital they seized the monastery before we could get here. If they knew we were engaged in a lengthy fight at ALL, they might have seen this as their chance.
Well, they saved Count Varley's life either way. So be it. We will use this situation to our advantage and conduct a rescue. We can't afford to lose Garreg Mach or Count Varley. With one battle, we'll destroy the Central Church and put an end to those who slither in the dark.
It's strange. I stopped caring about my father a long time ago, but the thought that he might die is...
He is not dead yet, Bernadetta. Unless you intend to be leaving him to his fates.
No. No, of course not. I'm going to save him.
If we're sloppy about this, we'll get dragged into the ongoing battle and suffer heavy losses. I would prefer to make this as easy for ourselves as we can. Let's find out what's going on in there, then look for the safest way in.
I can tell you one thing. If Lord Arundel is here, I will choke the life out of him personally. I'll even let you watch, Your Majesty.
Yes, just try not to overdo it.
If that is settled, we will accomplish nothing more by brooding down here.
Agreed. We'll begin the attack as soon as our preparations are complete.
I have a strategy.
I have a stratagem. I shall ensure it is done with no mistakes.
Shall we?
Hear me out.
Let's think about that.
So I've been thinking.
Huh?
Excuse me. Let's chat.
Nothing to report. I'd really appreciate it.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Let's see.
I see.
You got a minute?
If I'm honest. That's concerning. Ready and willing.
Got a second?
Good day to you. How may I help you?
Nuh-uh.
Well,
Actually,
Right on.
Hey! No way.
I get it. Let's see.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
I am on it.
Would you lend me your ear?
Time to work you into shape.
I feel like I... Hey,
I'll sure...
That should come in handy.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Another tool in the belt. A new path.
I'll put... I think...
I didn't think...
Getting strong. Time to work. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
What do you know? Got a minute?
Listen.
Let's see.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Oh, this...
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
This surprise.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Thanks for the meal. Drinks are on me next time.
I might have to pass. We can't have both of us too inebriated at once.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, but...
This reminds me of our younger, greener days. Perhaps I should challenge you to another speed eating contest?
Only if you want me to question your sanity. I'm glad we've learned to enjoy a meal in peace.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
This is my favorite.
Someone knows my weak.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the...
How did you know this?
Oh, thanks. Did you...
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Care to make yourself useful?
I've got nothing to worry about.
I don't know how you stay.
Do not be discouraged.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share.
Did you know?
Nuh-uh.
Did you know? Yes. Ah.
Do you have a moment? It's good to see you again.
Oh dear. Hello.
I see.
What do you think?
Oh.
Over here. Do you have a moment? No.
Please, listen.
If I may. Don't let me down.
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
Perhaps I will ask Edelgard to handle this matter. As for this one, it seems as though I have no choice but to do it myself.
Hey, Ferdinand, you should probably think about getting some sleep. That's an order, actually, from Hubert. But I agree with him.
My apologies. My list of responsibilities has grown rather unwieldy of late. Exhausted as I may be, I will be done here shortly. You need not fret.
Ferdinand, come on. I thought you were supposed to be giving everything your all. If you're really that tired, how are you gonna be in any shape for what's coming tomorrow? Go on and give your all to a good night's sleep.
Yes, you are right. How could I, of all people, not realize the error in my ways? I shall take that to heart.
Glad to hear you're coming around. Anyway, good night. Tomorrow's another big day.
Wait.
What's up?
Never mind. Thank you for the concern. I will be sure to convey my gratitude to Hubert later as well.
Don't forget. He's really worried about you, you know.
Is he now? Usually he finds any occasion to criticize me.
Same here.
Is that so? And here I thought he had taken a shine to you.
If he has, he sure doesn't show it.
Before I forget, what would you think about coordinating our schedules tomorrow? I've been so absorbed in my work of late, we've scarcely had the chance to spend time together. I have been pouring all of my effort into rising early, training, eating, and in the process, I have neglected our friendship. As fellow advocates of giving one's all to all of life's pursuits, I say we work together to draw out each other's dormant potential.
Works for me. My schedule's pretty light these days. It'll be good to spend some time together. But just so we're clear, we are not on the same page with this whole giving our all thing.
Splendid! This should serve as all the motivation I need to continue pressing onward undaunted. And with that settled, I believe it is time for us to devote ourselves fully to a tranquil slumber. Come, our lump-riddled camp beds await our zealous efforts.
Okay, this time you are joking, right? It's seriously impossible to tell with you sometimes. Perfect timing, Caspar. I was just looking for you.
You were? Oh, I get it. You want to go a few rounds, huh? Fine, we'll take you down without even breaking a sweat.
Well, no, I mean, okay, yes, at some point, but that's not what I'm here for. Your dad's around, right? I was sort of hoping I could get a session in with him. You know, a little lesson from the Minister of Military Affairs himself.
Yeah, you might not want to do that.
Why not? You're training with him, aren't you?
Well, sure, but I've been doing that since I could barely even talk. And it still knocks my backside into next month. A regular person like you wouldn't stand a chance.
What about this looks regular to you? Come on, I'm serious.
Don't say I didn't warn you. You want my advice? Don't eat anything beforehand if you don't want to be cleaning it off your armor later. Oh, and cancel all your plans for after, because I can guarantee you are not going to make them. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Come on, is it really that bad? I appreciate the advice, but I think I'll be fine.
Hey, better to be ready than get blindsided by the pain. Trust me, I've lived it. Training with my father? It's a marathon of blood, sweat, and tears that'll leave you feeling like you're face to face with the goddess herself. Hey, you still alive?
I can't feel my legs.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You're just out of energy is all. You know, my father praised you. Nobody's ever kept up with him as long as you did. Apparently, he's gonna come up with even tougher training now. Though I really wish he wouldn't.
I think I underestimated you, Caspar. I don't know how you can handle training like that every day.
Getting used to it was kind of my only choice growing up. I mean, I'm not as clever as you, so I had to make up for it by being tough as nails. That's why I'm always so gung-ho about getting stronger. Though, I don't know if that's really the most efficient way to go about it.
No, that training... efficiency has nothing to do with it. I think I get where that unwavering focus of yours comes from now.
Yeah? Well, in any case, I'm glad you're still alive and kicking. Our enemies aren't gonna know what hit them next time we get out on the battlefield. You know, it's a nice change of pace seeing you like this.
Please don't laugh at my pain.
Ah, it's you. How's it going? Any developments to report?
You mean with my power? Not really, no.
Perhaps using it regularly won't be enough to provoke growth. Good to know.
Hey, I thought you said you weren't interested. I mean, how many times are you gonna come ask me if anything's changed before you're happy?
Weren't you the one so keen on piquing my interest? I only wanted to check how that was going. If you don't think it's possible, just tell me and I'll stop asking.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not happening.
What? But this was all your idea. How cruel of you to stoke my excitement only to back out at the first sign of adversity. Come on, just keep trying a little longer. How about this? Describe the circumstances in which you first awakened to your power. Maybe we can reproduce the situation and see if lightning doesn't strike twice.
Well, I was staring death in the face when it happened. I'd been beaten so badly, I could barely stand. But I kept telling myself I wasn't ready to die yet. And out of nowhere, it just came to me.
I suppose we shouldn't try to recreate those conditions. Nobody wants a dead officer on their hands. Let's consider some other potentially relevant factors. Who was your opponent? Where did the struggle take place? What time of day was it? Do you think your emotions played any part in it?
I was fighting the Ashen Demon of all people. I'm sure we could arrange another sparring session. As for the when and where, we were in a forest at night. Pretty sure it was a full moon, too. And that leaves my emotional state. But I don't know how I could replicate the intense emotions of being at the brink of death like that.
I see. That context would prove quite tricky to simulate. And if your power functions similar to a crest, revealing itself even when you don't intend it, that leaves only one option. Observing you on the battlefield at all times. this is turning out to be more work than I signed up for.
Hey, weren't you telling me not to give up just a second ago? If I can do it, then so can you.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, hi.
Bernadetta, listen. I'm sorry about what happened back there.
No, it wasn't your fault. I'm the one who should be apologizing.
I didn't realize things could even go that bad. I'm glad we managed to get you in front of the meanest looking guy in my company, but that didn't last long before the nerves got to you. Quickest I've ever seen someone run, let me tell you.
And then I accidentally stepped on that horse's tail, so it started going wild and totally trashed the place. It'll probably take weeks for them to clean that up. Oh, you really did it this time, Bernie.
Hey, we all make mistakes. Water under the bridge, you know?
Yeah, thanks.
That aside, though, you still want to do something about your shyness, right? I can see why this is a bigger problem than your whole staying indoors thing. Your anxieties can be quite the hurdle to overcome.
You're right. But hey, I haven't been keeping to myself at all lately. Bernie's out in the open.
Either way, now we know how things turn out when we try to force the issue. Looks like we're better off taking an incremental approach.
How's that work?
Well, we can start by having you hide nearby while I talk to someone you're afraid of. Then, I don't know, if the conversation gets interesting, maybe you can come out and join in?
I'm not going to care whether it's interesting or not. It doesn't matter if they're serious or boring or the most fascinating person in the world. All I care about is that they don't scare me.
Yeah, I guess that's gonna be tough to manage on its own, huh?
Well, maybe the incremental approach won't actually be as hard as we think.
Really? How do you figure?
I mean, I did used to think you were pretty terrifying. But with all this stuff we've been doing together, I've actually gotten used to you. And now I'm not really shy around you, am I?
Glad to hear you say it. I'd honestly be kinda sad if you were still afraid of me after all we've been through. Sounds like getting you used to people is the way to go after all. Maybe you just have to spend a lot of time with someone before you get really comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Anyway, here's hoping you and I can keep getting closer, Bernadetta.
Right.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing?
Hey, Ash. Not much, just perusing this tactics book. Have you read it before?
I sure have. It was popular in Leicester a few years back, if I remember right. I picked it up myself back at the monastery. But it was so dense, it took me ages to finish.
It's a pretty tough one, I'll give you that. But there's some great stuff in here too, if you can get past the writing.
Hold on. You were born in a remote mountain village in Ordelia territory, right?
Yeah. What's your point?
I guess I'm just impressed you can handle such an obtuse book, given your upbringing. I mean, nobles and the children of rich families are taught to read by default, but most commoners never get the opportunity. Honestly, I've been wondering who taught you ever since our time at the academy. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm just curious.
Nah, it's fine. I learned from my mom. Adoptive mom, that is. Looking back on it now, it is kind of weird that someone as smart as her was off living in the middle of nowhere like that.
I'm sure she must have had a reason for being there.
Hard to say. She never liked talking about her past, so I don't know much beyond what I saw for myself.
At the very least, it's obvious she was well educated. That's clear just from looking at you. Not only can you read and write, but you know arithmetic and how to navigate with a map, too. In that sense, you're not so different from the average noble or knight raised in the lap of luxury.
You really think? Yeesh, you're gonna make a gal blush. I only have my mom to thank for raising me so well, though.
Yeah, she must have been an incredible woman. You know, I didn't know how to read myself until I met Lenato.
Huh. Now that you mention it, I never really saw the other mercs in my company with a book in their hands. Except for the captain, of course. Makes me wonder where my mom learned all that. But it's not like I can ask her now. She's gone.
Oh.
I should call it a day. You sticking around?
Nah, I should finish up too. Thanks, Shamir. I have to work out new unit formations for our next battle.
You're pretty conscientious for a mercenary. That's rare in our profession. Well, sorry to cut and run. Good luck with all that.
No worries, I can handle it. It's my responsibility after all.
Right, well, if you ever need a hand, just let me know.
Really? Thanks. Dependable as always, Shamir. Honestly, you're so mature for your age. You always seem so composed, almost wise. Even when we're just chatting.
I wouldn't say wise. Save that for the higher-ups. I just mind my own business. Plenty of mercenaries do the same.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that.
You know, you're pretty easygoing yourself, even by merc standards. Have you been on your own for long? Didn't you belong to a mercenary group at some point?
Yeah, but I bounced around a lot. Let's see, the company I was with the longest was probably Burling's mercenaries, the last one I joined. But then we clashed with Gerald's band, and I was the only one who survived.
There isn't a mercenary who hasn't lost someone or something along the way. But losing trusted comrades stays with you.
Yeah. Captain Burling, Getz, Lasley. We were a tight-knit group, if a little rough around the edges. I would have been content staying with them till the end.
Maybe your experience is what's made you so pragmatic. It takes real strength to overcome past hardships and move on. That's what I think, anyway.
You know, you seem way more pragmatic than me. I wonder what made you that way.
You should know not to pry into a mercenary's past. But if the right moment comes, maybe I'll tell you about it.
I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I tried to kill you.
It's all right. I know that wasn't really you.
Still, the one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before. About some mysterious presence within me.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a straight answer back then. Arval told me not to tell anyone. That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way. The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you. Or maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Arval and Epimenides, I wonder what manner of beings they are.
Beats me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now. Honestly, I kinda wish I'd talked to Arval more now that I can't.
That's how these things work, sadly. When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
But there's still so much I don't know. Remember how I got trapped inside that void with Edelgard and the others after our fight? That's when Arval used the name Epimenides, and then tried to kill us.
Are Arval and Epimenides the same being?
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arval's true identity. I don't know if they were just using me, or if they had some other goal in mind. All I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arval was trying to keep your body from getting hurt. They could have fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them, but they were making sure you weren't harmed.
Seriously? Arval was protecting me?
It's just a feeling I got. But yes, I think that could have been the case.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right? But hey, thanks for telling me that. Really. It does make me feel better. I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward. Live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. I'll catch you later, okay?
Only the goddess knows, Well, the goddess may have been the one telling you that.
there. Are you doing some research?
Yeah, I was just looking through records of past battles. Figure I'll probably run into some similar situations.
That's admirable of you. I thought that someone with a mercenary background would be a little more reckless with their fighting. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. That sounded a bit rude, didn't it?
No, you're right. My fighting style was pretty loose when I was a mercenary. Actually, I can't say it's really changed that much. But I've got more responsibility now, so I've had to adjust some. Any mistakes I make would only cause problems for everyone else, right?
Huh. You're much more studious than I thought. I can see why Edelgard trusts you so much.
You really think I'm held in such high regard?
That's what I've heard, at least. It's very impressive, especially since you're so young.
Thanks, Lysithia. And the same goes for you, too. For a kid—
Excuse me? Who is a kid?
Huh? What?
I must ask that you refrain from treating me like a child.
I wasn't trying to—
You said, and I quote, for a kid. I'm aware that people often treat me like a child, but to think you'd call me one directly to my face! I work harder and contribute more to this army than anyone else here. It is truly vexing that something as inconsequential as my age can dictate how people treat me.
I'm sorry. I had no idea you hated being treated like a kid that much.
This is not a matter of like or dislike. My belief is that those who fight alongside each other should treat one another as equals.
Well, yeah. I thought I was complimenting you as an equal, obviously.
Then there is no need for any qualifying language. You should compliment me as you would anyone else.
Hold on, didn't you tell me I was impressive for being so young? Doesn't that mean you assessed me based on my age, too?
Me saying you're impressive in spite of your age is completely different than you saying I'm pretty good for a weak little baby.
Pretty sure I didn't phrase it like that.
But it's what you meant! Oh, I should have never complimented you!
You know, an adult wouldn't get all stubborn and combative like this.
I am not being combative. I'm simply having a normal conversation with you. Is that a problem?
What about this is normal to you?
You're a lifesaver, Mercedes. Could you help me tend to this soldier's wounds next?
Lady Mercedes, where would you like me to put this?
Oh, yes, just a moment, please.
You really have your hands full, Mercedes. Anything I can pitch in on?
Oh, goodness. I appreciate your offer, but I couldn't possibly ask you to take time out of your day to assist me in these tasks.
Hey, don't be like that. Anyone who's still got the legs to stand on after a battle needs to do whatever they can to help. I'm no physician, but I can at least help get some of this stuff organized.
But you only just returned from combat yourself. Aren't you exhausted?
Nah, not really. We weren't on the front lines or anything, so I'm still good to go. And I'm not buried in paperwork afterwards, unlike the others.
Well, if you insist, I guess a little help wouldn't hurt. In that case, there's a box over at the training grounds. Would you mind getting it? There should be bandages and medicine inside, so you'll be able to tell which one it is just by opening the lid.
Got it. Be right back.
Hmm? Oh my, wait just a minute.
What's up?
Give me your right hand.
Okay.
I knew it. You're injured. Here, I can patch this up in a jiffy with my healing magic.
Whoa. It's all better. Thanks, Mercedes.
You need to speak up from now on if you're hurt, all right? Don't be so nonchalant about your health.
Hey, I could say the same thing about... Actually, never mind. Anyway, it should be easier to carry that box now. Thanks again, Mercedes.
No, thank you for offering to help. Oh, and take all the time you need. There's no rush.
You're in better spirits than I expected. You look at least 2 shades less pale than you did after the battle at Fort Mercius.
Oh, but your majesty does enjoy telling it like it is. Would it be the end of you to show a little compassion? No. Then you would just be pitying me. I do not know which is worse. Regardless, I am well. Thank you for noticing. Ask of me what you will, and I shall see it done.
I don't need anything from you, Ferdinand. Or at least not in that way. Just give me your usual effort, and that should be enough to get us through the upcoming battle.
You can count on me. Point me at a foe, and I will dispatch them with all haste. I cannot afford to die now, or my page in the history books will end in a most horrid fashion. Plagued by the guilt of striking down his father, Ferdinand welcomed the cold embrace of death on the battlefield. Or some such hogwash. Yes, I killed my father. And I would be a liar if I said it did not wound me nearly beyond reckoning. But I will not hate myself for it. It was the correct choice. I did the right thing.
Well, don't feel too bad. Imagine what they would write about me if we lose this war. Despite her futile attempts to wrest power from the Prime Minister, the Emperor's people turned against her and her life ended in abject failure. The end. I know exactly what the world would say of me, which is why I have no intention of losing.
I will not permit such a thing to happen. If ever my life were to be weighed against yours, I would gladly perish in ignominy if it meant keeping you alive and well. What? Did I say something amusing?
No, it's just... You're so strong, so proud. If all the world's nobles were like you, there would be no need to dismantle the aristocracy. That's all. I know it's a futile thought.
Nothing is futile. Though even I must admit it seems to be so, given the circumstances. Still, you vastly underestimate the potential of the aristocracy. For generations, our ancestors worked hand in hand, sharing knowledge and wisdom to administer our great land and ensure it was well protected. They acquired knowledge of the region and developed good policies to rule it. And in doing so, they earned the trust of the people. We cannot throw away everything they have built. It would be folly.
Of course not. What do you take me for? I'm dismantling the aristocracy, not their legacy. The common folk will take up the torch and carry on.
Do you believe they are ready? No matter how gifted they may be, they are only commoners. In order to replace the nobility, they need to be educated. Wait a moment. I see your plan now. You intend to establish a school. One that is not merely for nobles and wealthy merchant children, like the Officers' Academy once was. A school where anyone can enroll, regardless of wealth or standing, and get an education rivaling that of any noble.
Ferdinand, I cannot begin to guess where that idea sprung from. But this is exactly why I need you beside me as we shape the future of Adrestia.
You mean to say that you did not actually... So I was... Well, it is nice to be needed.
Bored, are we?
Training is useless. Swords are for killing.
I can see why you'd find it vexing. To you, real battles are a source of sustenance. It's easy to forget how some people welcome this war, especially the Death Knight.
Without the war, I would just be killing someone less deserving. When it ends, our contract expires. Then I face my punishment.
You're still adamant about that? I agree that, circumstances aside, a crime like yours warrants some kind of punishment. But there are other ways to go about it. For example, you could atone for your sins by doing good in the world. Or is anything less than perdition off the table? It's not as if the members of House Bartels were completely innocent, after all.
That is what you want, not me. It is my future. I choose how I live and die.
Well, I'm sorry to hear you'll be leaving us, but I do respect your resolve. I'm pleased you're choosing to live and face the consequences, instead of taking the Craven's way out.
Let them lock me up. And if I'm ever forgiven, this is my path. If I die in a cell, so be it.
Well, whatever you seek for yourself, I hope you find it. I truly do. We all deserve to be the architects of our own lives. I believe that so fiercely that I started a war to remake the world under that ideal.
You did so much for me. I'm sorry it came to this.
Don't apologize. If anything, I'm grateful. Thank you, Emil. I mean, Yuritsa. Ah, so I won't get scolded for saying the wrong name? That's a step forward. Whatever you and I expect from tomorrow, we have to keep fighting for it. Are you with me?
I am.
Hey, Bernadetta. I'm sorry about before.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Forgive me.
Huh? No, I'm the one who wants you to forgive me.
If I forgive you, will you forgive me? Then I forgive you. Please just let me live in peace.
After what happened, I went to Edelgard and asked her what I should do. She told me not to do anything and just to apologize. So I'm gonna...
No, I don't need anything! Oh, rats. He's gone. I have a bad feeling about this.
Look, Bernadetta, I got you all your favorite foods.
Thank you? But, I think there's enough food here for 10 people, so...
Food is a foundation for building your body. If you train 3 times harder, and don't worry, if you can't eat it all, I'm happy to scarf down the rest.
Okay, so I can't actually train 3 times harder. And even if I did, I sure couldn't eat 3 times as much.
Look, Bernadetta, I took the bow you use for training and replaced it with an Oh, and don't worry, I won't interfere with your...
Wow, this does look strong. Let's just... Oh, come on! I can't even pull the bowstring back! How am I supposed to train with this thing? Caspar?
Hey there, Bernadetta. What's up?
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about all this stuff.
Oh, yeah? Say, how's that training coming?
Lousy! So please, stop apologizing already!
What? But I softened up the training so it was way less than what I'd do myself.
Softer? What kind of training do you even do?
Well, for starters, I go 15 times harder than everyone else here. But of course, I don't have 15 times as many hours in my day, so instead, I do 3 times the amount, 5 times as fast. As for food, I generally need to wolf down about 6 times as much as everyone else because of how hungry all my training makes me.
Okay, you're not human.
Oh, and when I train with a bow, I use one with a string pulled 5 times as taut as normal.
Oh, right, I get it! Your training is ridiculous.
You think it's ridiculous? But my father came up with it, and he's the Minister of Military Affairs.
Well, if he's the standard you're aspiring to, then no wonder that's how it is.
Huh. You know, I never considered that my father got so strong because of how unusual his training regimen is.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but your routine is definitely not normal.
But I've been doing it since I was a kid.
Yeah, that explains a lot. Hey, good luck with that!
What's up, Raphael?
There you are, Ash. Here, sit down.
Okay.
Now.
Hey, this is the dish I was teaching you before. Raphael, did you make this yourself?
I sure did. So grab a shovel and dig in, because it's all yours.
I've got to say, it looks a lot more appetizing than before. Plus, it smells fantastic. All right, let's see what we've got. That was delicious. You used just the right amount of salt, which really brought out the flavor of the herbs.
Hey, you were right. It really does feel great to hear someone say that. I practiced seasoning and putting things on the plate and all that stuff. just like you said. Oh, and I had some of the soldiers do a bit of taste testing for me. It sure was rough at first, but I think I've definitely improved.
You certainly have. I had no idea you were working so hard on this.
That's because I was sneaky. I only wanted you to try it once I knew it was perfect. You worked so hard to teach me. I just had to pay you back somehow.
Raphael, you know my father used to run a restaurant, right? Well, this is the dish he was famous for.
You're not talking about Lord Leonardo, are you?
No, my birth father. He took ill and died a long time ago. I told you what he said about flavor and appearance because he always used to say it to me. And this tastes just like what he used to make. I've tried for years to get the same flavor, but I couldn't do it. Honestly, I never thought I'd taste it again.
Come on. Eating through tears is no way to enjoy a meal. Good food should make you smile, not cry.
Sorry, Raphael. Guess I got lost in the past there for a second. But you're right. Good food should make people smile. And everything tastes even better when you're sharing it with a room full of smiling people.
Wait. In that case, that's it! I'm making a new rule when I get back to the inn. You gotta smile when you eat good food.
That'll be good for the cook and the customers alike.
I knew you'd agree. Eating's supposed to be a celebration. So whenever you get a hankering for my cooking again, just say the word, Ash.
Thanks, Raphael. And I'll be sure to eat it with a smile.
Hey, I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river. That's an awful lot of blood on your cloak.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start washing it right away. If you ask me, it's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Hmm? Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
How so?
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief. She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, if I could still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away.
Well, it's not exactly the same.
Maybe not, but I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry, just like someone else I could mention.
You know, you never really used to talk about her, but you've been doing it a lot lately. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for dragging you into the mercenary life. You've never had a place to call home, and you don't have any friends your age, and it's been one bloody battle after another since this war broke out. If she were still alive, your life would be entirely different. You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always been there for me. Living by the sword suits me just fine, and I've had no shortage of allies. So...
You're right. There's no cause for regrets. You really are just like her, though. You know that? There you are. What's going on? It's not like you to send for me.
I have something to give you.
Well, this is new. What is it?
Here.
Flowers? Oh, I'm really surprised. I mean, you've never given flowers to anyone before, have you?
I had to ask some of our allies for advice, because I wasn't sure the best way to communicate my feelings.
What do you mean?
I'm really thankful that you're my captain, but also that you're my father. I've never really told you that, so I wanted to make sure you knew.
Ah, kid.
When I asked, everyone said I should give you flowers. Apparently that's what they used to do back at the Officers' Academy. I wonder what it would have been like there.
The Officers' Academy, huh? You might have just been a student there if things had happened a little different. Or who knows, maybe you'd have ended up like Alois and forced into giving seminars or something. Not that you're really qualified to be a teacher. Anyway, these flowers did the trick, kid. Consider your message delivered. Though, to be honest, I kind of already knew. You might not give a lot away, but you're not completely unreadable. Sorry for making you think I had no idea.
That's all right. I'm just glad you know.
By the way, why'd you choose this kind of flower? Did someone suggest them?
No, I picked them out myself. I thought they were nice to look at. Calming, in a way.
You even like the same flowers as your mother. Can you inherit that kind of thing? I used to give these to Citri all the time. I'd pull them out from behind my back, and her whole face would light up like the brightest torch you'd ever seen. Maybe this is how she felt whenever she got them.
I'll keep that in mind for next time. I want to see how this mercenary life of ours is going to play out. Together, those feelings are never going to change. And I'll do what I must to make sure you know that.
Huh. Thanks, kid.
Oh dear.
And what have... I suppose it's only right I give you this.
Which battlefield are you headed to? Make sure you're ready. Which battlefield are you headed to?
Thankfully, we're not too late. Count Varley is still holding strong. If the reports can be trusted, Rhea is here, and so is a mage that fits the description of Arundel, which is to say, Tallis. That puts our two biggest adversaries in one place. We should deal with them here and now. I suppose this is a fateful battle for you as well.
Yeah. I know my power came from those slithering jerks, and I know they tried to manipulate me. But I still have so many questions about, well, everything else. And this might be my last chance to get some answers.
I hope you do, or else Hubert might spend the rest of his life distrusting you. After what happened in ALL, he suggested disposing of you again.
Not my favorite plan, to be honest. Looks like I'm gonna have to use this fight to clear my name.
Indeed. I look forward to it. But just so you know, you've already proven that a dozen times over.
And I'm still a few dozen short. I gotta show you what the mercenary spirit's all about.
This is my first time hearing of such spirit, but I'm eager to see it in action. Enough idle chatter, though. Everyone is in place. It's time to commence the final battle.
We're gonna win. For you, for me, for all of us. And for a new Fodlan. One that'll go down in the history books as the best ever.
Follow me, soldiers of the Empire.
We have a duty to fulfill.
Kneel before Her Majesty.
Stay focused.
It seems Rhea and Talus have both breached the monster.
It's Birdie's time to sure hope this goes okay.
Initiating the operation. Let's go,
There's not a question of can. Leave this to me.
So, sure, let's try it.
Right then, let us go to work. I will see my duty done.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
Very. And for the sake of Fodlan's future, we will make it there too.
The barriers conjured by the enemy will hinder the movement of our troops.
Then we've no choice but to proceed in two groups. Take care that neither one is wiped out.
Where are the reinforcements? No, I don't want to die. We should rescue Count Farley if at all possible. It will not be easy to find another man to wear the mitre.
There's a structural weakness in that wall. A heavily armored unit might be able to break through and expedite the rescue.
A new path has been cleared. Let's take it.
They've broken through the walls?
No! Send reinforcements at once!
The Southern Church's bishop
bishop is an enemy of the goddess and must be
I am the Bishop of the Southern Church, and you are obligated to protect me. Now do so and be quick about it.
destroyed. Yeah!
Initiating the operation. Let's go.
Employ magic to attack Count.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
Varley from below. That cannot be good.
Alive! I mean, of course I am. My death would be a crippling blow to the Empire.
The man is incorrigible. Someone keep an eye on him. We're not out of the woods yet.
The enemy's wretched mage there has conjured barriers that are hampering my escape. I mean, my ability to fight.
He must be a sorcerer of some repute. Let us smite him and his magic here and now.
You honor your humble servant with this daring rescue, Your Majesty. What a grand display of sympathy for my plight.
I suspect you abandoned the monastery just so you might cower here. But I will have your full explanation once time allows.
I won't give in. Don't worry.
Experience. I hope that keeps Count Varley safe.
Not a problem. I've got it.
Imperial dogs! Stop interfering and learn your place!
An ambush, is it? I should have known things would not be as simple as they seemed.
No mercy.
There is the perfect place to unleash my secret weapon. Let fly the arrows!
Huh? Where are those coming from?
Goodness me. Who knew the Count still had some fight left in him?
It's Bernie's time to shine! Sure.
I may be a bishop, but I still know when to stay the hand of mercy. I demand that you rescue me right this... Bernadetta?
I'm all right.
Oh, I didn't know that you...
Hello. This is all a bit unexpected, I guess.
You are all descendants of the most inconsequential beasts, and your death will fuel our grand ambition. Much stronger than I thought. Enough. I am above such games.
Where did he go? We need to dispel those barriers at once.
If he retreated to the upper floors, I do not see how we can reach him. But there must be some way around the barriers.
We've received multiple reports of enemy troops appearing out of thin air. Perhaps they have some sort of warping device.
Yes, that certainly sounds right. We should check every hiding place we can think of. I have seen such warping devices beneath the monastery. They are controlled by a separate mechanism located elsewhere.
We need to find that too?
We're already in 2 groups. Let's continue the search.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Here I go. They must learn who they're up against.
These infernal black walls are preventing me from reaching Lady Rhea. And now the Imperial reinforcements are closing in. Well, I'll just have to go intercept them myself.
Use the catapults to crush the rebels below!
It's Birdie's time to shine! Sure hope this goes okay.
Not a problem.
Here I go. No, they must... Watch this! They're attacking from above. We have to stop those catapults.
I don't have any interest in exchanging work. Not a problem.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
It's with you. You attacked us. That's all I need to know.
You've already lost. I will end you. I'm bringing it down.
Lady Rhea, it was my greatest pride to be your sword.
For the fate.
I'm in.
Here I go. No, they must...
This stronghold is ours. Now there will be no more hurling of the vortex. What shit?
I'll take over.
Still fighting!
That must be the control device. Try to activate it.
Does this mean we can warp now? I'm in. Here I go. They must learn.
Let's use the device to go after that dark mage.
Hold it together.
Come, Hubert! Let us show these knaves the power of the twin jewels!
Twin jewels? See here. If you desire my assistance, you can start by doing away with the strange effects.
Good. The device works.
Bison is in danger. Help him!
They're really pulling out all the stops here. We better intervene before we take any more casualties.
I will dispose of you vermin myself. Not be held up by such foul vermin.
Still here.
Walks at us, or I'm gonna. Oh, they stopped. Oh, well, that's nice.
So this is where I expire. I pray you might finish what must be done, Taurus.
No mercy. The dark barriers have vanished. Now we can rejoin our forces.
The twin jewels, is it? Well, I admit the two of you do shine together.
I knew you would understand. Now, please remind Hubert that at every opportunity.
That dark magic has dissipated. Now I can strategically retreat.
I'll fight until my dying breath to protect Lady Rhea.
Cyril, the wounds you carry. Please be safe.
As the goddess is my witness, this is as far as you go!
Annihilate them and reclaim all that is ours.
Don't stop now. Not when the future we seek is within our grasp.
That's the last thing that was in our way. Well, except for the other things. It never ends.
Still fight.
I won't let you! I hope that was enough to save her.
The way to the monastery is clear.
This is the moment we've been fighting for. Rhea and Talus will be waiting just ahead. It's a boon that the Empire's two greatest enemies are both within striking distance. Yet we mustn't forget they are capable of anything. This situation could very quickly become dire.
No kidding. We're talking about the heads of the church and those who slither in the dark.
I hope you are all mentally prepared. Because once this begins, we cannot afford to waste even a second. Lady Edelgard, we await your command.
Through some strange twist of fate, we find ourselves capturing Garreg Mach for the second time. Our first victory signaled the start of the war. And today's victory will be a giant step toward ending it. Today, together, we usher in a new era. And at the end of this path lies our future. The time is now. All Imperial forces, advance!
Come on, victory's nearly on!
You ignorant fools dare stand against me?
Your reckoning has come, Talus. Now you will pay for all that you did to my father and the Empire.
The enemies that remain are undeserving of human mercy. On your command, we will purge them with fire.
I no longer care. For the sake of my people, you must die.
You should care. Because I'm the one who's gonna kill you.
Scarlet Flame, consume the old world and bring light to a new age.
You would brandish fire at us. We gave you those flames.
We dispelled the darkness. Now all that remains is Rhea. They must learn who...
The only acceptable outcome.
No one should ever oppose the Emperor.
How fitting that I should settle things with Rhea here in the cathedral.
No matter how many years pass, you people will always be little more than fools. Return the land you stole from us!
Sorry, but I think I'd rather fight you instead.
I will correct the mistake I made when I took you in, by ending your life. You have left me with no other choice. Watch over one another. So be it. I will crush you where you stand!
Rhea can shapeshift too? That form.
Then you are the Immaculate One. So be it. Today we destroy you and secure our future.
die here after Olvos drops.
I will end you.
I am your man! Just you wait, Father. I'm going to distinguish myself and return home a hero!
I am Petra McNeary, Queen of Bridges. I honor my past by fighting with the Empire.
I will deliver victory to Lady Aegard, even at the cost of my life.
We will prevail today, even if it costs me the life that Her Majesty so graciously saved. I pray this fight is the one that ends this wretched war for good.
Well, I suppose I can allow myself one day of truly giving my all.
I'll take over. You've already lost. I will end you. We will never yield to you, no matter how large or powerful you might be.
I'm just going to keep attacking, but you can pretend I'm not here.
Already lost. I will end you.
Onward to victory and glory.
Stand aside. She's no longer able to maintain that hold. If we act quickly, we can restrain her. Huh? I will end you.
Our vengeance is unending. We must reclaim what was stolen from us.
I will consume. I will destroy you by my own hand.
We will surpass you both and move forward.
I don't know what the future holds, but we're not gonna stop until we claim it.
Together, everyone, let's finish this!
This struggle is nothing compared to what we faced in the Red Canyon. This is not over. I must carry on for the sake of my mother's fallen comrades.
Move some hellmen, not yet. Laughable. Not yet. Abominable creatures, I will give you the burial you deserve!
Look out! I will not allow you to sully this sacred place!
Then die along with it!
It's gonna fall! This way!
There's no way they could have survived that.
Well then, just one thing left.
Must we do this now? But I suppose you earned it. Just this once. At last, Fodlan has been freed from that which bound it. Today marks a momentous new chapter in its history, and we shall be its authors.
It is now 1183, Blue Sea Moon. The Empire has freed Garreg Mach and put the Knights of Seros and those who slither in the dark to rout. Amidst the fighting, Archbishop Rhea and Taulus both go missing. With no one to lead, the Central Church's influence wanes, and those who slither in the dark vanish. As the Empire and the Leicester Alliance reaffirm their friendly relations, Edelgard prepares for her final battle with the kingdom, determined to see her vision made real.
Here we stand at long last, and with your help we have secured a historic victory. But while the war must go on, I must tell you something from the very depths of my heart. Thank you for being a pillar of strength to us all. Thank you for carrying us this far. I know I will look to you again in the days to come, for I can no longer imagine an empire without you.